Willice, the word master Willice Ochieng joining us from Kisii County. Willice, have you seen the energy in studio? I'm trying to just breathe.
I thought that man Ainea from, he said something like Mumias East?
Yes,
or is
yes.
Just trying to, to imitate the way the member of parliament always talks?
Yes, exactly.
I thought he was going to say Pipi Yatachiri. Pipi Yatachiri, just for fun.
Oh, such an interesting guy, Willice. He's just made me laugh on the TV. I don't know where that TV came from.
Betty, sometimes, yes, as I told you, out here, the way people regard you and the way people get excited, you saw that energy when somebody gets close to you and feels, yes, this is the real Betty, and I'm right here at TV 47. Somebody feels just, wow, Betty.
All right, thank you so much, Willice. All right, so let's get to our first word. We'll just have the graphics. We'll just have the graphics on, Willice. I don't know if we can see that. The first one is a word that really, disturbs a lot of people when it comes to pronunciations. Conscientiously, that is a test of our tongue. Talk to us about that.
Yes, now, as we test our tongues, I don't know whether we have those who have also managed to test their tongues, Betty, maybe on the streets or maybe via WhatsApp, but whichever way, this word, it's a word that talks, it's an adverb. And the adverb suggests that somebody does something with that consciousness or with that feeling of being correct and doing something correctly and also carefully. Now, you say conscientiously. Conscientiously. And it really disturbs people, especially during those times of having somebody being sworn in or the swearing in ceremonies. Many people find themselves talking about consciously, consciously. So many versions, but the correct pronunciation of that word is conscientiously, Betty.
Conscientiously. Conscientiously. We hear a lot of that when, we're swearing in our members of parliament. So let's also go to the streets, Willice. I just want us to hear what, different Kenyans were able to pronounce this word. I need to have a laugh. Let's hear it out.
Continuously. What else? Continuously. What else?
Consciously. Consciously.
Consciously. Consciously.
Consciously. Consciously.
Conscientiously. Conscientiously.
Concentration sijui namna gani?
Conscientiously. Conscientiously. Conscientiously.
Continuously. Continuously.
Continuously.
Consimwashiri. Consimwashiri. Consimwashiri.
Continuous. Yawa. Hii kitu ni ngumu. Huyu mama hakusoma, wachaneni tu na yeye.
Nene anasumbua mama. Mama anasema hakusoma. Oh my goodness, why are we disturbing grandmas? But Willice, that was so hilarious. I wasn't expecting that, Willice. Talk to us. So, of course, you said it's conscientiously.
Betty, there is something that I always tell people. Nobody in this world can be perfect or spotless. Nobody, no single person when it comes to matters of language or anything about our lives. But now, one good thing is when we learn to get the pronunciations correctly, we will always communicate in a manner or a way that is very clear and, of course, effective. So, good pronunciations. When people like you, Betty, speak, somebody would wonder, what happened? What happened? How did they get to know such wonderful English? And why not myself? So, Betty, you are keen and you have that gift. But when we pronounce words correctly, or we learn to pronounce words correctly, we learn good grammar, or that is correct grammar, and we learn good spelling, we learn good punctuations, communication becomes very easy. But it's fun testing our tongues. You can hear something like conscientiously and so many other versions, but just for learning Betty.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for next week's version of Test Your Tongue. All right, let's move on now to our selected words. Now, these are the words that I want us to tackle tonight from my end, Willice. And I'll start with the first one. Let me just spell it out. A-M-O-E-B-A. Amoeba, amoeba. How do we go about that?
Oh, Betty, the O and E in that word function as a digraph. A digraph is a combination of two letters representing one sound. And the sound in that word is E, the long sound E. So you say amoeba. Amoeba, not amoeba, not amoeba. And you can remember that we also have the name Phoebe. Phoebe, not Phoebe, not Phoebe, and all that. And we should also remember that you say phoenix. Phoenix, not phonics, not phoenix.
Great, Willice. I like that, especially the last one, phoenix and not phoenix. Thank you for that. So it's amoeba, right?
Yes.
Okay. Going to the second one.
Amoeba.
Amoeba. So do we say severed, severed, severed? What is that, like to cut something?
Oh, when you cut links. Now, the first thing I want to share with those who love good pronunciations, this word is not related at all with the adjective which is severe. Severe and this word are not related. So don't say severed and don't say severed. Severed is very common locally, but that is inaccurate. You say severed. Severed.
Okay.
The verb is sever, and this is the past tense of sever, so you say severed. Severed.
Severed it is, severed. Thank you for that, Willice. I'm sure many people would say severed or severed. So it's severed. All right, moving on to this other word. Do we say recitation, recitation? Which is which?
A wonderful one there, Betty. Now, we have the verb recite, to recite a poem. Recite a poem. But when we come to the noun form, you don't say recitation. Recitation is common but wrong. You say recitation. Recitation. What? Just like we have combine, combination, compile, compilation, invite, invitation. Now, recite, recitation, not recitation.
Wow, interesting. I wasn't even ready for that. Recitation. I think I've been pronouncing it the wrong way, Willice. Thank you for that. All right, moving on to this.
It happens, Betty.
Yes.
It happens to so many people.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Recitation it is. Okay, this next one. Tumultuous, 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 like talking about a hard situation.
Oh, Betty.
Yes.
When we have, let's give it this simple example. When somebody maybe is given a rousing welcome or that great welcome when somebody has gone to a place or somebody is returning home and all that. Now, many people find themselves saying tumultuous welcome. Tumultuous welcome, no. You say tumultuous. Tumultuous. A very tricky pronunciation there, Betty. Tumultuous. Tumultuous.
Tumultuous. Tumultuous.
That is it, Betty.
Willice.
That is it, not tumultuous.
These pronunciations, like, they're so shocking. Tumultuous. Okay, got it, Willice.
Yes, tumultuous welcome.
Tumultuous, okay. Okay, moving on to this other one. Do we say mentor, mentor? That is M-E-N-T-O-R.
Oh, Betty, you can agree with me that many people innocently underline that word or mark that word. Innocently. Many people say mentor. So and so is my mentor. Mentor, no. Not in standard English. You say mentor, my mentor. Just like you say corridor. Betty, let me ask you a question. Do we say corridor? Corridor. Do we say corridor?
Absolutely not, Willice. Not at all.
No.
Yes.
We say corridor.
Corridor.
Corridor, the corridor. Mentor. Mentor. Guarantor. Guarantor, not guarantor that we commonly hear around us. You say guarantor, corridor, mentor.
Interesting. Especially that guarantor. People say guarantor and all that.
Guarantor.
Guarantor. All right.
You say guarantor with a stress on the last syllable. Guarantor.
Okay, Willice. I don't know. Maybe somebody, we might say that and people will not even understand what you're trying to say. But at least it's good to know the correct pronunciation.
What happens, Betty? I think it's wonderful that you have brought that point.
Yes.
Betty, what happens? In learning, you learn to avoid using wrong things. And most of the correct or accurate things, even information, the correct one can be surprising or shocking to many people. And that is why we learn. But do you know why we find ourselves shocked? Because of what we commonly hear around us locally. But if we were told these things when we were young, then we could grow up with them and pronounce words correctly, especially those who are in careers of serious communication, Betty.
Got you. And I remember that word, especially. All right, Willice, let's now move on to the last one from my end. Do we say vehemently, vehemently? How do we go about that?
Oh, many people say vehemently because when they see the spelling, they see the letter sequence that has vehement. But that is not the correct pronunciation. When you strongly deny to divulge information like maybe police officers, you don't say police vehemently refused to talk to the journalists. No. You say vehemently. Vehemently. They vehemently refused to divulge any information about the incident. Now, just like we say vehicle, vehicle, not vehicle. Vehicle, Betty. Now, Betty, we also have a word, and that is from one Sheila of Nairobi.
Yes.
You don't say hasten. Hasten, no. You say hasten. Hasten. The T is silent. Don't pronounce that word the way it is spelled. Don't say hasten to do this. No. Hasten or hasten. Hasten, no. Then, Sheila, thank you for that. We also have Tiger Plus. At Tiger Plus, you say diabetes. Diabetes, but the adjective, you say diabetic. Diabetes, diabetic. Then we have Malkia Zakina of Kilifi. You say mirage. Mirage. Not mirage, not mirage. You say mirage. Mirage. You can also say mirage with the stress on the second syllable. Then we have Simon Washira. Fillet. Fillet. Don't say fillet. I want some fillet. No. You say fillet, and you can also say fillet. Fillet without pronouncing the T. Fillet or fillet. Then we have Honorable Ruben Oyondi. Betty, there is something that I am realizing, that when you come onto the screen, both the ordinary Kenyans and those VIPs will always be very busy watching the TV screen. And that is why, anyway, TV47, you deserve a salute. Now, Honorable Ruben Oyondi, I think this is the former Assistant Minister and Member of Parliament for EALA, that is East African Community, if I'm not wrong. So, Honorable, don't say honorable, it's honorable.
Honorable.
Honorable. The H is silent. And then you also say macadamia. Macadamia. Betty, do you agree with me that many people say macadamia? Macadamia.
Yeah, I think maybe people think it's a Swahili word, so they say macadamia. Macadamia.
But you say, yes, it is macadamia.
Okay.
Macadamia, and that Honorable Ruben Oyondi he has got it right because he sent something using the Twitter. Now, we have Peter N. Omobi of Kampala, Uganda. You say resume. The verb is resume, to resume work. But when you're talking about CV, curriculum vitae, CV, you say resume. Resume, not resume. The verb is resume, but CV, the noun is resume. Then we have Martha Kaingi Muteti. Martha, thank you so much. You say fisheries. Fisheries, very simple.
Yes.
Danvers Onyancha Oriri, you say paradigm. Paradigm shift, not paradigm. Paradigm, not paradigm. Betty, somebody might say paradigm, but that would be terrible. Anyway, we have Wakili, that is lawyer Jesse Kihoro. Jesse Kihoro of Juja, Kiambu, and Nairobi, because I think he must be practicing in Nairobi. And this man is from Juja, Kiambu. We also thank you very much, Wakili. You say that word is won. W-A-N. You say won. But please, the past tense of the verb win is won. Won. They won the match. But W-A-N, you say won. Won. Okay. Zach Mainga of Marsabit. If you like Marsabit, you say yacht. Yacht. And this one will definitely catch the attention of Betty and so many other people. When we talk about that leisure boat, don't say yacht. Many people say yacht. Yachting.
Yes.
That is not in English. You say yacht. Yacht and yachting. Then we have Max Ludeño. Sorry for that. Max Ludeño. You say April or April. Then you say February. Titus Bravo. You say Greenwich or Greenwich. Don't say Greenwich Meridian Time. No. Greenwich, no. You say Greenwich Meridian Time or Greenwich. That W is silent. We have Mwanawasa Tembo of Arusha, Tanzania. The name, you say Caroline. Caroline.
Okay,
Don't say Caroline. Caroline, no. Caroline. Now,
Caroline.
Finally, we have the surprise word for tonight, Betty. Now, Betty, can you try?
Beret or beret? My director is saying
there you are,
Bari.
Betty. That is why I said when it comes to good English. But many people, Betty, say beret, beret, red beret. That T is not pronounced. By the way, this word is from French, and the T is silent. You can say beret, beret, for that round, flat cup. You say beret or beret. The two are acceptable. Beret, beret, but avoid saying beret and don't say berets. That one is wrong. Otherwise, when you want to reach us, because Betty, I've realized people sending, or I've realized that people send so many words.
Absolutely.
And when they go to Twitter, they can just reach you. They can also go to @TV47 News. Throughout the week, we will always collect the words the way we did this past week. And they should also remember that when they want to send words in for me to receive them, they have to use this Twitter or X handle. X handle or Twitter handle if you like. And that is @Willice Ochieng 1. Otherwise, remember my word, dear viewers. Nobody in this world, not even Willice, can be perfect or spotless. Betty, back to you.
Wow, Willice, what a fantastic lesson it has been. Thank you so much, Willice. I mean, I am shocked by that recitation. I did not know about that, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Willice. We're looking forward to seeing you again next week, same time, same place, right here on TV47. Thank you, Willice. Salute.
You're welcome, Betty.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the end of our show tonight. We're coming to the end of our show tonight.